screen?
Oh yeah, because just to show you the AI prompts I got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay, I'll share screen. Can you see this document, this Google document?
Think- Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see.
yeah. So, oh, what was the quick? What was the initial question? Okay,
It's
hold up.
become dark.
Is it dark?
Ah,
You can see now.
yeah, I'm making it a little bigger to be more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much, went to AI and I asked for that particular verse, chapter 2, verse 41, which is
Yeah.
by systematically restraining the prana, the nadis and
Mm.
chakras are purified. Thus, the
Mm-hmm.
prana bursts open the doorway to Sushumna and easily enters it.
Mm-hmm.
And asked for any parallels they saw in Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. And then,
Mm.
yeah, I guess it talks about the Sushumna being
Mm-hmm.
mentioned and the prana and the nadi purification. Well, but yeah, they talked about the philosophical differences where yeah, Hatha Yoga talks more about the purification, whereas Kashmir Shaivism
Mm-hmm.
and some practices is like immediate awareness or recognition of
Mm.
yeah. It was like a more of an assumption of like
You know,
inherent
here is
pureness.
more
Yeah,
gradual. Hatha yoga is more gradual,
yeah,
more
and
time consuming. Yeah.
yeah. And then I gave specific dharanas in the
Mm-hmm.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing is a bit weird. Like, I was asking AI because it didn't line up with. I have Swami Lakshman Ju's copy of Vijnana Bhairava Tantra.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was
Mm-hmm.
reading, like, it's not. The numbering is a bit different. So I was asking the model, like, what reference are the numbers from, and they didn't give me an answer. They were
Ah,
like,
look,
sorry.
the number of the verses and the number of the dharana are different.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I looked at
Dharana 1 beginning from the verse 23 or 24.
yeah,
So, and then it continuing. So, dharana is minus something like the verses.
because
But
when I looked,
we don't need to go so much. It is
yeah,
the data structure plan which is needed for the intellectual mind.
right,
So we created a data structure point. If you know how to create mind map, will be very easy for us to
yeah.
have a look of the whole book at one time.
I I asked him to create a syllabus. So
Uh-huh.
so I think my prompt was okay. What was my prompt? To create a syllabus which uses hatha yoga to train a secular individual into the realizations described in Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. And then it gave me this like, it gave me like a 13-page syllabus of a 40-week program. It was like very
Our
detailed.
syllabus, we don't need to ask
Okay.
from him,
Okay.
basically, because if I use it for pragmatically teacher training program,
Mm.
we need to abide by the syllabus given by big organizations already
Okay.
that you will affiliate. What we will change in ourselves, our uniqueness will be selling point is teaching methodology.
The myth.
This is
Okay.
just a point of view that AI is connecting the whole scenario in this way, data structure. No?
Yeah.
So AI is just an avenue to the point. Purpose of all yoga practices is to rise from a human to superhuman. No, very simple.
Okay.
All practices. All practices come to a point that superhuman powers starts to arise the moment we start to experience the breath entering into the main channel of energy.
Hmm.
Now, there are hundreds of school, religion, people, sect, whatsoever. No, what remedies they are providing? AI is giving a solution. Tomorrow AI become more smarter, can give another solution. But all the solutions which is coming from AI in our data structure mind point will be just an avenue to look. Others we will be creating. I am also giving a way of exploring esoteric dimensions. No? Very nice. You keep it. This is one point of view. No?
Okay.
One point of view. It's nice. Keep on exploring and let it provide whatsoever. We are not taking it as a veracity. Veracity is us, which we will provide, and all this data will be always there to access. So AI solutions, 1 point. Our solutions, 1 point. No? Our is as a mind, why we want to explore this point at all. Yeah, you can stop sharing.
Okay, yeah, stop sharing.
Yeah, and then I will share my things. I will share my screen. So our point is, oh, we didn't start recording. So why we are coming to yoga, actually? So interest in yoga is happened when I remember. Yes. Look, when this idea came, because when I was reading this book, Hatha Yoga Pradipika by Swami Vishnu Devananda, and then I found a person here, published in honor of 60th birthday, Diamond Jubilee celebration of Swami Vishuddhananda. I remember him in the book also called Autobiography of a Yogi. He also met him. No? And mentions him as a. So West or the Western mind or any mind except India or even Indian people started to become interested through the miraculous powers. And the belief coming through the miracle. Can you walk on water? Can you raise the dead? Do something impossible. And then we ask what you're doing with yoga practices. So this is how yoga practices started to become popular. To its miraculous aspect. And these people were showing a lot. Autobiography of a yogi also, like us when we were teenagers, reading this book, was inspiring us, or at least inspiring me, to believe that there are miraculous power. There are yogis in the Himalayas who are possessing it. They are there to help you if you want to proceed forward. A belief. So this belief gives power to the sadhaka, an aspirant, to move on with this belief and to find out, like you should have firm belief in his or his, and keep on following, but with a belief system, with a faith, sensing a direction. So here I thought that why not to give a proper attention to this Vishuddhananda. Swami Vishuddhananda, I read a book. This time is the time of India was not independent and trying to seek its pride, its identity, to unite to a point, a unique contribution to the human. And then we found we had yoga, and these people came. Swami Vivekananda, also one of the example, Aurobindo, path of ascent. So giving confidence to a little man, human, that you can become superhuman if you practice this. So each person starts giving his methodology to a point. Prana, energy system. So I'll just share Swami Vishuddha. And his devotees. Yeah, Swami Vishuddhananda has written the introduction of this book. So just a way of exploration of esoteric dimension and finding a path, a textbook, no? Remember, no? We have to be very textual, intellectual people. and also combine in ChatGPT. Let's see ChatGPT. Let's ask this. Each time it throws it out, why not quickly sign up? Hmm. Yeah, no? So Swami Vishuddhananda, who has written the introduction of this book. So here, by Paramhans Yogananda, so chapter where he appears, the perfume scent. He has ability to produce a smell by your choice in your. So he will take any flower, any cloth, and keep on changing the smell into that. So this kind of miraculous powers, in the beginning, started asking attention of the people to look into the matter, what it is, no? What these yogis are doing in the caves. And what is this? Is it a fake? It is true? Yes. And he was the yogi of, he knew the Surya Vijnana, solar science. Sunlight and matter. So he can play with this knowledge. This we don't need his. Now you will see one more question. So here I was introduced to this kind of many yogis, no? Like he is mentioned in autobiography, you will see many esoteric dimensions people coming. And also the Paul Brunton. Mentions in detail is science is power of solar science. He can bring dead birds to life, dead animal for a while.
Swami Vishuddhananda or Paul Brunton?
Vishuddhananda.
Okay, Vishuddhananda.
Yeah, the Paul Brunton mentions in detail the power of solar science.
So yeah.
In Varanasi, he has ashram still.
Okay. And so was Swami Vishuddhananda part of Lahiri Mahasaya's some sampradaya, like his lineage, or was he just someone that?
You did it. It is Shivananda tradition in which
From
the same
Shiva?
lineage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What Paul Brunton observed, yes? So you can read about Paul Brunton. He came to visited Vishnu Devananda in Varanasi.
Yeah.
Matter through sunlight. Different fragrance, scent of flowers, smell of object instantly, a lens focusing sunlight as part of the process. And he also mentions he could make a bird, kill it, and then doing something with the lens with suns, and the bird comes to life. I don't know why it's not mentioning.
Vibration. Sun is.
These are, yeah, Brenton's attitude towards the phenomena is important because he was trying to exploit fascinations and caution not to be get caught in some kind of tricks. And it started to challenge the Western scientific assumptions.
So Krishnaji says,
Yeah.
so are you exploring this just to understand how Westerners first became
Yeah,
interested in
our
yoga?
purpose
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
pragmatically.
Yeah.
Our purpose is just to keep an avenue open, a chapter, just like
Right. Okay.
there was a plug-in one to the center point of information. There is purpose of going into the yoga. One purpose is people looking informations from esoteric dimensions. What could be the future? Who will rule? Where there will be war? No war? No. The future of, so many people are interested in them, and they approach it. And they like to learn the science of solar, the science of moon, making mastery over one nadis, one connections. There are people who are doing it, and this also fascinates and attracts people.
But
There are people who coming to yoga to fix their knees and lower back issues and spondylitis. So what matters in methodology, you approach with the purpose. This is one of the purpose to exploring yoga and yogic philosophy and methodology. Approaching from the miraculous power of it. So in order to do, I said that the text which you can really, there are so many books, no? And so many powers, and you can get lost. So text where Western world has been also, like with all its logic, somehow it has to represent in a rational way the experiences of yogis. So all rational approaches and like kind of a detective point of view, a skeptical point of view approaching these powers. So it's not that they are propagating their religion and befooling us or doing some. It's scrutinized informations observed. So that's how Paul Brunton is one of the examples. We can ask any genuine source. Paul Brunton. And we can go to the similar. And the most authoritative source, book by direct disciple, life and teachings of Swami Vishuddhananda Paramahansa, who has this. So if I am saying that bookish knowledge, no, to how to approach, and Gopinath Kavadas for sure is the great Sanskrit scholar, interpreting Kashmir Shaivism, also Hinduism, from Varanasi. Yeah, from Government Sanskrit College, Varanasi. So you can, if you want, you can read the book. No? That's why it is showing you. So like exploring, how to explore an information. slowly moving and taking help of AI. If you know how to create a whiteboard and make a map of the teachings or making a mind map, if you
So
can find an app which can be plugged into Zoom or later on,
I can do that. It's so
yeah,
essentially it would be to just show
like
the
each
people,
lecture's a mind
yeah,
map and how this big lecture is integrating with the whole system.
how each lecture, so each
Yeah, like a tree.
oh, yeah, so each lecture we have, how it's
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay,
And we
I can
keep
do that.
on making
Yeah,
each lectures and oh, this branch, nature branch evolving into sub branches.
like
So data remains. So data structure is the most important structure if you are approaching any information to analyze and synthesize. Otherwise, in the brain will be a lot of confusion and you will memory will be cluttered.
yeah, okay.
So
Now
each information must go to a proper place for analysis,
yeah,
not here and there.
I'll start doing it more structured. So each lecture I'll take notes
Yeah.
and then I'll
So
try and visualize
philosophically,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
we keep on creating our app of structure, data structure.
yeah,
The methods of analysis, how we are analyzing, how we are bringing conclusion out of that, it's a different phenomenon. So here, autobiography of a yogi for sure is one of the book introducing you to esoteric dimensions. Again, A Search in Secret India. I think I read this book. Yeah, A Search in Secret India by Paul Brandt.
Paul Brunson.
Yeah, this also nice book. So 2, 3 books, and likewise also Gopinath Kaviraj. You can trust this source. Yeah. So like we are exploring Surya Vijnana, the science, solar science in an esoteric way. And we found Vishuddhananda, his mentions, his books. We can trust the source. Nowadays, very important to know the trusting source of information. Analytical methods is a different phenomenon. How the data is trained. The data itself. More, there are uh, many stories. This way, you can explore the 8 siddhis, no? And categorize it if someone acquires the power, where? Yeah, so this kind of some esoteric dimensions of look. One dimension is the relationship between disciple and the guru. So Swami Ramakrishna is already predicted this the future, Narendra, Vivekananda, that he will teach spiritually across the world. Lahiri Mahase, he can predict exact time of his devotee's death. This kind of esoteric, that makes people more interested. Oh, this person is a superhuman. He can do something we cannot do. Let's follow him. Let's listen to him. Yeah, he is amazing Swami, Trailanga Swami, Kulagori. See, he would leave his body. It's not less that if you can prepare your death at the right time, and you know already. Nim Karoli Baba. Yes, he was clairvoyant, knowing something. He has a power and space. So in real time, like exactly on this time, he has the power like 10 to 7. So 10 to 7, somebody in any country, anything thinking about, he can connect. Person should be connecting to him, thinking about him from that space. So he could connect. Sri Aurobindo could predict independence, India independence, when they were fighting. How yoga tradition explains such visions, that's a different matter. Just like this, no? Exploring, and we can find. So this is a dimension which is a life proof of these 8 powers appearing here and there in different people. And this is one of the enticing invitation for the people who are looking for power, not knowledge.
Yeah. Hey,
They are
yeah,
looking.
one question I had, Krishnaji, because sometimes I've read that people who display siddhis or use siddhis for like fame or things like that, they will be limited from then. Like they will not be able to
Yeah,
further.
limited, always limited. Like there is a
Yeah.
knowledge of beyond,
Yeah.
which is supporting all and everything. There is knowledge of processing. This is siddhis. In the beyond, you can channel this through a pattern, a processing unit, and that's affecting the environment, object. It shows that you are there, you are enjoying it. For sure, it shows that you may not have the ultimate truth. But in another way, to prove that consciousness is absolutely free and it can break any law and create exception if it wants to. It helps us to believe to that Chiti Swatantrata. The consciousness is free and it can break a law exceptionally to prove the rule.
Transcendence.
In general, it says that means showing off this power could entice you in your ego system and you can remain there. You won't grow to the truth. And if somebody is not using it just to display for the ego purpose, it could have a higher purpose. It could have a higher purpose to make people believe in God, change their set of mind and direction, and transforming their greed towards the God. There is a more possibility of sublimation rather than being greedy for the money and other resources. It's the same greed is not gone, but still we choose one is better than another.
So, just another question about that, Krishnaji. So, at any point, consciousness can reveal itself to people and entice belief in it, but then it chooses not to show sometimes, like a siddhi. Like say a yogi showing a siddhi, that's like a personal version of that. What, well, what is the cause of that? Like of when
See,
these
if you
happen, the
show it
pattern
for
of showing.
showing your power and personal
Yeah,
acquisitions, your growth limited to the ego.
yeah.
Means you cannot go beyond your ego, no?
Oh, more so, why does consciousness decide to show itself when it does, and why, like, what is the pattern? Is there a pattern to it? Like, is it just revelation?
Nature,
Divine revelation?
consciousness doesn't do anything. It just flows
Yeah.
with its nature. That's why he say it's its nature. It's not purposely and doer coming to act and prepare and form a strategy. Then it's the ego. And it's just a nature, like nature of the water to flow down. You can't ask why. The nature of fire to rise up. You cannot ask why. If you ask why, you can look for explanation of the movement, function. But we cannot ask why on the nature of consciousness. We can ask why as a conscious people to the nature of ego formation, to the nature and modifications of the mind, to the material nature of the body with his instinct and sense organ. We cannot ask question revert way towards the ultimate consciousness. Why? We are not an authority. Authority of questions why coming from the subtler dimensions to gross. So one on a high pedestal can ask why from a lower one, more gross. But a gross cannot ask why. We cannot ask God, why is your nature like this? Why not like this? We need to flow with the nature and understand it. So the why is not. At the path of ascent, you can only ask the purpose, a functional role and direction and purpose on your path towards the truth. You cannot ask why.
So, Krishnaji, you know, in Kashmir Shaivism, when I read about the tattvas from the like Shada Shiva, and then like expanding. Obviously, this is like a rationalization, like a mind understanding of why this consciousness is developing this way, but it's not a real understanding. Is there any benefit to even reading it? Because I'm existing on like a gross, like a mind ego level. How can, like, by reading it, I'm not actually, it means nothing to me in a way. Like I don't have.
Yeah, in a way, it's on the level of intelligence. If you see our all effort, what we are doing, it's just nonsense.
Yeah.
It's pure nonsense. No? So don't look.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's intellectual work. Don't look at the level of intelligence and compare it with the ultimate truth. Otherwise, our whole effort will look like what madness we are doing. No? What is this purpose? What is this nonsense?
Yeah.
So don't look into this. When we descend, that's we say descend. Learn to descend. If you don't learn to descend, you can't meet the people who are ascending. People who are ascending from the 36 elements, from the matter of earth, they are growing up and coming to the mind, ego, and you descend to the mind and ego level of that people. Then you can communicate. The purpose of all this is to make an objective knowledge which entertains people who are ascending from earth gross to subtle. And we are learning to descend. That's the self-recognition. Shiva itself, by its conscious will, decides to become an ordinary bonded human. By its conscious will. Nobody is binding you. So you need to learn. If you want to communicate, you need to learn by your conscious will how to descend. Don't fall. Because climbing is easy. No? In a way, you're looking up excited. Climbing down is more dangerous. Climbing up, many times as a child, used to climb up on the tree fast. After that, how to climb down. So two ways. Climbing down by its conscious will becomes the energy deprived individual, very tiny individual. And then a tiny individual is coming up. On this junction, there is a communication. The purpose of this book to create the path of ascent. People who are creating they are on the path of descent.
Yes. Yeah, because
people who are creating
objective knowledge,
they are on the path of descent. Yeah. And people that learning it, they are on the path of ascent. So they have the information descending and becoming one with them, and then telling them the direction. If this way you will see, you will find a purpose. Ishwar Pratibhigya. Then you will see divine in the person descending and divine in the person ascending, and there is a divine meeting, or the level of sense organs, or level of mind, or level of ego, wherever, until you safely can descend. Many people descend from intelligence to the ego formation, and then they are afraid. They don't descend down. They create with an ego identity, or they don't want to. Many people come to the mind, to the sense organ. So until many gurus can come to the very gross root, and that's the beauty of Krishna. That's why he can come direct to the earth level, 36th element, and can go beyond also at the same. So that's how we say is a full incarnation. No resistance in elevating, descending, and ascending anytime. But this is a conscious will. Otherwise, it's a bondage. Try to understand. If it is not a conscious will, it's a bondage. And then this consciousness can decide to believe into self, I am absolutely free, and breaks the law. Breaks the law to sense that the freedom. That we call exceptions. In the simple mechanical patterns moving, and suddenly there is exceptions. Suddenly exceptions. So these
Leela.
exceptions, yeah.
When they say Leela, that's the same. When Krishna is
Leela,
Leela,
yeah. Everything is mechanical, everything flowing with the Sankhya philosophy, ego coming out of the body, and suddenly no law. All law broken. And an exception is done. Uniqueness. No? That brings uniqueness. And each jivas has to again see, oh, what is this? What is the purpose? How it happened? How this miracle took place? Is it possible for me to do it? Can I become God also? Can I have the God powers? And then a new patterns. Neurons fires up. A new seek. A new mind evolution. Alternative things. So this is how civilization is growing. Otherwise, we remain like a factory. A factory production.
Krishna, can there be a conscious desire to be unconscious as well? To be bonded?
Yeah. That's what we say. No, that's a self-recognition.
Okay.
Conscious desire to be unconscious, to descend.
Right. Is that the same as Leela? But
Descent,
that's to be consciously bonded. That's to be consciously descended. But what if you don't even want to be conscious that you're descended? Is that possible? Like,
Yeah. Turyatita, Jagadananda state. More beyond it. Next step, which you said. This is third state. Turya. And then Kashmir Shaivism go one step more, which you just said. Even doesn't have that desire to become conscious or unconscious. Fully liberated. Fully liberated. Beyond this fourth, you can give a word. If you can create an if statement, this equation, if this experience, then you are in that loka. Then you are this. If this experience, then you are in this color. So this is how it divides the color. The sphere of experiences where this kind of idea will arise. This kind of experience will happen. Means you are into that sphere of consciousness, experience. Call it color. Not bindu color. You understand? So one is color in this way defined. You can see one aspect of understanding the color, word color, in association with bindu and color. So this you can, color is divided in five spheres. And that the last statement you put, if like this, then you are Shanta Tirth color, beyond peace. That's only Shanta Tirth, no? Like we have only word beyond that. If you're putting this, if like this, that means you are in that. If before I am this, you are in this. I am not this, you are in different kind of experience zone. But here, descending, I am this. So you identify, I am this ordinary human being without any powers. Now what? Ascend. And you search the path of this. I am not this. You search again the path of sannyas, renunciation. So different zones, different experiences of energy, and each one makes you capable of manipulating matter in a certain way. Elements. When you go beyond, you can have any power without any reason. It's just your idea and you create it. Or you learn a science. You are sitting there, I am here, and I am creating you take a hanky, and I ask, what is smell you want? Rose, and you smell, oh, it's rose. Then again, what is smell you want? And same hanky keeps on changing its smell in you. So there could be a certain pattern of doing it, input and output. This, I don't know if it is mentioned in this book, Life and Teachings of Swami Vishuddhananda. He learned this technique, I think, from Tibet.
From who, sorry? From
Yeah, Vishuddhananda.
Krishna. Okay.
I think so. I remember. He learned it from Tibet, yeah. He was there for a few years and learned this solar science. So this way, we can explore, ask questions the way you put the questions. If this is the question, then it can be explained intellectually that if this question is asked, person is living this kind of experience, is mirror of the objects in this sphere, Prithvi Kala, Nivritti Kala, no? There are many colors, Chant Kala. It's a name, it's nomenclature. You can give any name. Zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Zone 1 experienced this, Zone 2 experienced this, and Zone 3. But a culture has evolved, a methodology has evolved, a literature has been. And if we change the words, we will not be able to communicate. So not giving our private words to it. But yes, our work is very fundamental. So we must go before nomenclature. Just the nouns, 5 divisions in Kashmiri Shaivism, 5 nouns, and the experience attached. So before, and this can be named in a very different way in Muslim religion and Christian religion, in other religion. So not to fight for the nomenclature is pure stupidity.
Yeah.
Pure stupidity, no? For what noun we are fighting and their functions. We go behind the nomenclature and see the criteria of divisions and work there, philosophical, fundamental philosophy. Also, an idea was coming yesterday for next Saturday after this.
Yeah.
No. It will come. It was yesterday night, and I didn't write it. But next Saturday. Today we focus on this esoteric dimension, and this will be our approach. I'm not giving you knowledge. I'm just guiding you to deal with technology and informations and create data structure fully neat and clean so you don't burden with information. And there could be 100 books you read, but you know that I'm reading on only this point. Esoteric dimension, nothing to do. And I'm just going to veracity of sources and accepting it, that there is a belief that yoga can give you miraculous power, or I can achieve miraculous power by practicing yoga, is one of the major contribution for adaptation of yoga practices in global humanity. And that's the one of the fundamentals of Yoga Foundation, and we just should say it. To me, it has been very much supporting a trust and faith that if I follow yoga, I can be supported by yogis. I am being watched by Himalayan yogis. They are seeing me, how I am growing. They're looking after me, my needs. If I need some knowledge, they can provide me. So this faith in esoteric dimension that I am protected, I am guided, and I am gaining genuine knowledge gives a lot of boost to walk on to the unknown, which we have no map, basically. And this nomenclature doesn't help in actual experience. So methodology is a different phenomenon. Our methodology will also be before nomenclature. And that explains why we are doing it, what we are doing, and why not else we are doing. And if we do else, what will be the outcome? So we know the future before we put the energy into the action.
How can you have methodology without nomenclature, like without names? There's a methodology for the purpose of people.
You will see it. I have already created this methodology for nomenclature, and I have already created the in therapeutic aspect. The model, not so complicated, complex, but a simple way to introduce to the doctors or medical science. So you can see if any symptoms or behaviors appearing on physical body, on sense organs, you can easily detect them to the source, why it's happening. And once you deduct it to the source, filtering through the multiple concept, multiverse, like each body is living in different universe. It's not like a medical science that we have only one universe and one body. So our multiple bodies living in multiple universe, a behavior on this earth element of 36 element, which is influencing the environment, is connected to the, not so much we are going, but 5 elements, 5 elements before that, and explaining it, that is enough for therapy. Can you share your screen and go to the courses.wellbeing Krishna?
Courses, okay.
I would like to see your dashboard, how it's appearing. Courses. Wellbeing Krishna.
Wellbeing. Dot Krishna?
No. One word. Wellbeing Krishna. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Can you allow it? Courses. Go to the courses. It's your dashboard.
Yes.
You logged in? Yeah, you go. Don't worry about this money. Yeah, go to the courses down. So spiritual alchemy here is it can be all free, so no worry about, but you can explore different way. Here was that's therapeutic model of Sankhya Yoga, a little bit down. Little bit therapeutic model. Let's go. No. More up. I saw it. More. Yes. Yes. Here. Therapeutic model of Sankhya Yoga. 7 modules, and maybe. So the course is completed. And this way, a lot of this explains all why. No? But in a therapeutic way. We can elaborate this model to ask any questions for esoteric dimensions, like guiding you on the path of enlightenment. You go up. Membership. Yeah. Here you can buy a membership for a month or monthly or quarterly or yearly, anyone, then all becomes free, no?
Okay.
All courses will become free. If someone is not free, you can explore. So anyone can buy and can attend, ask questions, come to Saturday or 1 hour live, any courses you like. So therapeutic model is one of the, if you, it will work in methodology when I teach methodology. And here is the philosophical part of it that explains why a behavior is appearing on your physical body, how it's connected, what is its origination, from where you can do influence it, and what you should do exactly. If you don't do this, if you do something else, the result will be different. And it is explored with Powell as a medical science. So, like a doctor. Pills, causes, effect, and manipulating the effect with a pill, giving a medicine. So that way it has been done. We can change the dimensions in different way and attach it to the psychology of moksha, going beyond ego, no? Beyond mind, ego, intelligence, and give a model that will explain a seeker behavior, how a seeker is behaving differently, not a person who is sick with sense organs. A seeker behavior that we can do in our this yoga foundation, that will explain the seekers, how their intelligence changing, their mind changing, their behavior changing. And that can explain many erratic behaviors appearing on the path and any abnormalities appearing on the path of the people practicing yoga and tantra, and give remedies.
Right. So same methodology, but instead of focusing on like medical symptoms or issues with the body, it's more.
No, the fundamental logic will change. The methodology of books or methodology with psychosomatic system is very different, physiology and psychology.
Okay.
And methodology to fix the relationship between mind and ego will be different, more subtle, more meditation, more guided, more affirmations, more direction, and fix the diseases between. That explains the therapeutic model, no? Like different layers of diseases, cancer, dementia, allergy, they are appearing in different color, different spheres. A disturbance appearing on different color, and that's where you can plug in Kashmir Shaivism and Hatha Yoga. Plug in together. Next one. Next session. If you like to explore, you can go through this.
Yeah. Okay.
You can buy a monthly and explore anyone, just ask anyone, all will be free. If you buy yearly for whole year, all courses, things will be free for anyone, I'm saying, not for you, for anyone. So so many courses. I keep on creating a library which helps people to research in a different way. Okay, we can stop it. Or in the YouTube channel, many are, you should follow a sequence. Live section.
Okay. Cool. So I guess this coming week, is there a topic I should focus on for study? Maybe like
Explore. No, we are just creating a structural map of information. This information you seek from AI, you can put in the folder of your mind on the point, Shushumna, centralizing the image, opening the central channel. And here, one coming from what can be done about it, a methodology suggested by AI. A philosophy of methodology suggested by AI. One we will suggest by ours. Our own methodology, our own module, how we will teach, how many hours we give to which. This is our units. But one contribution. So the data is organized, and even after 20 years, if you want to look at information, you know what the adjective is. File management. File and folder management. Only we are doing that. Later on, analyze, and synchronize.
Okay.
So the
So
data structure mind map is
yeah,
important if you can make it. Just points.
yeah.
Is there any app which connects with the mind map with the YouTube?
No, I could probably do it on. I've got Claude. That's like AI app. I could probably do it through that to like make mind map for me and to keep the data structures.
So like you can put any extension, like transcript is an extension in YouTube. That's where can be one app can come as an extension here as giving you whatever we are talking and creating mind map. Right, so in one glimpse, we can see the structure. Anyway, or we can do by ourselves.
Okay, yeah. But there's probably a lot of ways I can. Yeah. Just the main thing is so.
Because we have just
Unstructured.
started,
Yeah,
this is second or third, so easy,
yeah,
no?
yeah. But
Easy to put
afterwards it'll
main
be
points.
cluttered. It'll be a
After
lot of.
that will be very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Okay, yeah. No,
If you say the therapeutic model of Sankhya, how I have taught, I know, but or tantric vision or oasis, now I cannot have so much structure. Like 3, 4 categories there in my mind, but not exactly on each lecture what I said. Yeah, it
yeah.
will be
Okay. And I'll
very
make sure
easy.
to
It will save
record.
our time in the future
Yeah, yeah. No, I'll make sure to
for the cross reference. Otherwise, it takes a hell of the time once you start to do appendix
yeah, yeah.
and
And
cross references.
I'll start recording and visualizing it so we have something to refer to easily after as we progress. Yeah.
So now, who is sharing? You are sharing? No. Yes, you can stop the sharing.
Okay. Yes. Stop sharing.
So see you next Saturday. I will inform you. What was the idea? Was very good, like esoteric dimension. Just came. Yeah. The idea of truth in all religions. We are doing yoga. So this it should be very much clear how we are relating to Islam, how we are relating to Christianity, how we are relating to all established religion. So namaste, and we don't have any enmity. No fatwa. We don't want and don't want to hurt anybody's sentiments,
Yeah.
and neither want any fatwa on our hand. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So make it very clear. Yes, next topic.
Okay.
Yoga foundation in relation to all different religions, fundamentals of religions. Yeah,
Okay.
yoga in relation to fundamentals of religions. Next topic. Very fundamentals. That it's not obstructing any fundamentals
Okay.
of any religions. Okay. So next time, yeah,
Yeah. Next
yoga
week.
in relation to fundamentals of all religions, one by one.
Okay. We kind of.
That includes all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoroastrian, Yahudi, Islam, Christianity, or fundamentals. And we see and tell that we are not hurting, neither we are abiding with all principles.
Yeah. We did it with Bavel a little bit as well. With Bavel, we did the commonalities between religions a little bit, but that was more for dying. That was more for like after death belief. But this is more like you're talking about the philosophical aspect. Because I
This
remember.
work anyway helping you to understand
Yeah.
also Hindu realism very nicely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So next is yoga in relation to religion.